racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless.
From Western Canada, this is the Crusty Canuck podcast, a Canadian veteran's point of view on political, social, economic issues and life. Here's Crusty.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, Crusty Canuck. How's everyone doing today or tonight, depending where you're contacting me from? Don't be shy. Say hello if you can. Just get some more lights in the subject here so you can see my ugly mug there. All righty. How's everyone doing today, tonight, or whenever you are? Let's see where everyone's at. I want to see 3 people have come on, and don't be shy. I don't see my Rumble feed on there, so it should be on. No comments? Anyone? Bueller? Well, interesting events that's been plaguing our country and plaguing the world as we speak. I don't know, saying hello. Like I said, some very interesting times that have been going on. Big transition in our politics so far, eh? Yes, go figure. I'll see 3 people come on, so don't be shy, folks. Say hello. That part of an hour, I will be here to answer and take all your questions, too. And if you like and hear what you see, please click like, subscribe, and comment, as usual, on any social platform that you have, ladies and gentlemen. And by all means, you know. Well, if you want to send me an email, you can send me an email too. Just look at the header at the bottom of the screen there, crustybcanuck67@gmail.com. So please send me an email. Ask me a question. If you want to debate, say something nice, say something bad. If it's good enough, I will display this email for you on my next podcast. So don't be shy. Like I say, too, please click like, subscribe, and comment, too, on all your social media platforms. Don't forget to share this around. help us independent folk get our words out there too. So don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello. Well, I got a few people on, but they're not saying anything, so we'll see. Check out my other feeds here, ladies and gentlemen. See what's going down. Wow, I got a few people on, but they're not saying anything, so we'll see. Check out my other feeds. Check out my other feeds here, ladies and gentlemen. See what's going down. Wow, I got a few people on, but they're not saying anything, so we'll see. Check out my other feeds. Check out my other feeds here, ladies and gentlemen. See what's going down. And no comments as of yet. Okay. Oh, welcome, Stanch Lemon. Wondering what your thoughts are in Ukraine. I don't think it will end well for us because of our weak leadership. Well, you're right about the weak leadership, because you remember how the convoys were treated by our beloved prime minister and his followers, or his little cult of personalities. I don't agree with Russia doing what it's doing. I don't agree with Russia doing anything of the sort. I don't believe in any other nation bullying any other nation to get ahead. But the last thing I want to see is someone try to fire a nuke, because that would be devastating, because people still get this idea that nukes are just like what happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki back in the 1940s, when nukes were in their prime infancy. You're dealing with 15, 20, 25 megatons of pure power. So let's say if one nuke was fired, let's say in central Ukraine, the fallout would affect Europe and that part of Russia too. So that's an iffy subject. But I think if we stand our ground as civilians and tell the government no more overreach like our truckers did, be surprised to see what happens. That's just my best guess. Gandhi made a difference by doing his peaceful protests and doing his sit-ins too. So, I remember my basic history, what he did. He overcame a lot. So, I hope that answers your question, Stanch. And don't be shy, folks. Come on and say hello, whatever. Even friends of mine that I invite out to this tonight. Don't be shy. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and on Rumble, too. So Rumble has been very good in regards to letting me put my content up, and I've had no hits or any misses. So I've received a few more subscribers via the Rumble application. By all means, check me out there, too. So like I said, please consider like, subscribe, and comment at your leisure, ladies and gentlemen. Ask me anything you want to know, as long as it's clean, right? And, polite. I don't care if you drop an F-bomb or two, by all means. Just let me know how you feel. Yes, I smoke cigarettes and I do swear myself, so it's not meant for children. No. I try to do live streams when I can. The last one, I think, was in December, just before Christmas. Yeah, because I work a lot. I do about 10 days on, 4 days off. So during my 4 days off, I try to formulate a decent episode. Like I say, I'm not a professional broadcaster by any means. I have no formal training in the arts of radio other than what I did in the military. So I formulate my episode based on what I know, put my thoughts together, write a few notes, and then put it together as I spiel in the microphone. So don't be shy, folks. Come out and say hi. Say hello. Ask me anything you want to know. If you'd like to support my work, please, by all means, feel free to. I'll leave a link here. You can support it the old-fashioned way. Use the Buy Me a Coffee app. I find it's very, very effective, and it's really good for podcasters and video creators alike. So if you want to support what I do, by all means, please click on that link there too. Anything will do. Hello, Prophecy. How are you? Feel free to ask me anything you'd like to know. I'll be here for the next hour or so. I want to say a special thank you out there, those individuals that have subscribed to my Rumble channel. Thank you very much. It's getting up there, especially my new subscribers on YouTube and on Facebook too. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your patronage. So, how you doing, Prophecy? What would you like to know? Hello, Prophecy. Good. How are you? What do you think about the war going on? Well, I think it's a joke. Any bully picking on a small country, as far as I'm concerned, is a joke. Yes, I have military experience. Yes, we were part of the entourage that was, I guess you can say, occupying Afghanistan. Really. But I like to think we did more good than any harm there, because I've witnessed some really great things and some bad things, but that's it for a different story. Of course, the media is making its money. Our government, however, I think they've been lax and slack for a very, very long time when it comes to bullies, because they've been bullied themselves. They've been bullies ever since the pandemic. I think ever since they've been elected in 2015. So I don't really think the war is going to favor Russia or Ukraine, to be honest with you. There's speculation in regards to them using nukes, which would not be beneficial to anybody, because the fallouts of today's nukes would be far, far worse than what they were for Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So hope that answers your question, Prophecy. Well, you're welcome, Prophecy. I didn't mind doing it. It was a good job for me at the time. It's something I needed. I enjoyed it. Like any other job, it had its bad bits and its good bits too. I worked for some good people and I worked for some not so good people. But in the same sense, learning experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So, but thank you for your acknowledgement, Prophecy. Much appreciated. So. Thank you very much. So don't be shy, folks. Ask me anything you'd like to know. Keep it clean. By all means, try to do these live streams as much as I can. Like I said, my work schedule takes me away. I do 10 days on, 4 days off. So I try to keep the podcast up and running during those 4 days. So in the future, I'm going to try to do a decent episode or two, and then a live stream for you all too. So you can ask me questions, ponder thoughts, whatever. That's what I'm here for. It's because you people out there. That's what I mean. You people, not Don Cherry's you people, all you people who have making this podcast something really good. So yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you again, Prophecy. So please don't be shy, folks. Say hello. My old friends out there watching, please say hello. Don't sit behind the computer and just hide. You know, what's on your mind, folks? Let me know. Bring it to my attention here. Let's get the conversation going here. So. And please take advantage of the Buy Me a Coffee application I threw into the conversation there too. Donate what you can. Well, I'd like to make this a full-time commitment, but it takes listeners and people such as yourselves to make that happen. So don't be shy, everyone. Say hello. Seneco, good to see you, buddy. I bet 95%. Possibly. That's a good thing, though, too. I remember there was rumblings when Kosovo was going on with who owned what territory, and that was a whole different can of worms. But we'll see. Regardless, anyway, Russia's a bigger country picking on Ukraine. It's your typical high school bully bullshit. You know, pardon my swearing. But bullies got to get thumped, right? My biggest concern, though, too, is that when you watch our leaders sit and talk the talk, you know, we all know that they failed to lace up when something big was supposed to happen. Look how they treated the convoy, right? So I could agree to that too, to Seneco. Yeah, I could agree to that. You know, especially the lack of intelligence. Yeah, I'd see that too. But see, that's the thing though, because the moment Russia steps into any NATO country, then what have we got? Full-scale conventional warfare that predicted in the 80s? Oh, great. Thank you, Prophecy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, there, Prophecy. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So, well, it's the thing. World War III. World War III. And then let's say, where we are here in the West, going about our business, carrying on. We just take a look in the sky. You see parachutes. They're not going to be Canadians. So it puts things in perspective. Scary reality, but don't be shy, folks. Let me know what's on your minds. Please ask me anything you'd like to know. I'll do my best to get you a proper answer or an adequate answer, right? So you're on Crusty Canuck Live Q&A with your host, Crusty Canuck. That is myself. If you like and hear what you see, please click like, subscribe, and share this all around your social media platforms. So I'm here refinery, so if they nuke, I won't feel that. Yeah, well, let's just hope you don't. But in the same sense, like I said, if a nuke is fired, let's say a nuke hit Nebraska and then a nuke hit central Ukraine. Okay, Europe would feel that fallout for years. North America would feel that fallout for years. So you wouldn't have so many people die from the blast. You'd have people die from the results, the radiation, the cancer, the poisoning, the topsoil being compromised. So you would have a Mad Max on crack, if anything. That's my best guess prediction. Because like I said, nukes are not like what they were with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There's more mega tonnage. There's more spaces they'll cover. They're more effective. So no, that's not a problem, Prophecy. You give what you can. I appreciate that. I'm grateful. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you very much. So don't be shy, folks. Don't be shy. Come on. I see 7 people have signed on. So by all means, please ask me everything you want to know. If any of my old friends have popped up to say hello, don't be shy. Say hi. Say, hey, Crusty, how you been? How's the wife? How's my kids? Whatever. So. Well, regards, Prophecy, thank you very much. I feel that something bigger is happening under this war. I don't trust government or the NATO or the World Economic Forum. What are your thoughts? Well, I think you nailed it in the head exactly. I think there's more behind the woodwork. We should be watching what's going on here in Canada too, because they do want to pass more legislation in regards to a UBI, Universal Basic Income, and then also more internet censorship. I think they've called the bill C11, if I'm not mistaken, right? To monitor what we say, because they want to stop the world from hate speech or more or less dissonance. If anything, based on the actions of how they treated the convoy, they're going to come after people like you, me, Joe Blow down the road, who might preach a gospel, who might say something against a gospel, who might say something against this mandate or that mandate. Then all of a sudden you got people labeled with hate speech, kind of like McCarthyism from the 1950s. Have you or ever been associated with someone who does not speak the status quo? That's what it comes down to. So find your own status quo. Find the ability to make your own water into wine. Stand high, stand firm, stand for what's right, and put these individuals into account. And I don't care if you voted for Conservative, Liberal, or NDP, because based on the actions the past month, the NDP has got their nose all the way up the butts of the Liberal cabinet to save their jobs. And they'll do whatever it takes to save their comfy positions. Because, Yagmeet Singh's got to keep his $5,000 suits and his BMW on the road because he represents the working class, right? So to answer your question, Prophecy, yes, something bigger is in the works. And I think people are catching on to the World Economic Forum too. As much as I would love to see countries prosper and people get ahead, I don't think we need an overlying governing body to do that. We don't. I don't care if it's Klaus Schwab. I don't care if it's Justin Trudeau. I don't care if it's Pierre Poilievre. I don't care if it's anybody. Just leave us the hell alone. Let us make our money by our own means, because we're not going to hit people take their stuff. Shit simple, right? So, 2 3 social UBI Bill C10 internet. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for clearing that up for me, Sanico. Much appreciated. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, social credit. That's what they have in mainstream, or not mainstream, communist China. Oh, you walked across the road when the light was yellow. Cha-ching. You told your wife off. Oh, cha-ching. You know? So regardless of how people feel about it, annihilate it. Let people go about their business. So hate speech, like that's still a broad term. I think we can all agree that we hate taxes. I think we all agree that we hate racism, that we hate real misogyny, not this projected stuff that our overseers like to promote, right? So, but feel free, folks. Ask me anything you want to know. I see more people signing on. So if any of my old friends pop up, say hello. Say hello. Don't be shy. Well, that's a good philosophy. You know, nothing wrong with having freedom in this country, whether to agree with someone or disagree with someone. You know, that's really good prophecy. Well said. Yes, Bill C-36 is very dangerous and you may commit a crime to arrest before. Yeah, it's almost like the pre-crime, like Minority Report, right? Yeah. You know, just in case you might do something. Oh, you're drinking a beer, so you might drink and drive. Well, we're going to nail you for impairment, right? So, yes, can't have that now, can we? No. Pre-crimes, pre-thoughts. Yes. Based on the old what if mantra, right? So, but I can honestly say, my wife and I, we've been glued to the TV set quite a bit. Myself and her, you know, CTV, all the other channels. I've looked at Rebel, I've looked at True North, and some of the reports that have come out. Just wow, just some of the buffoonery. So we'll see how it goes, right? Don't be shy, folks. Say hello. Ask me anything you'd like to know. I'm seeing more people signing on and watching, so by all means. Well, Seneco, it's all you can just release info on the jabbed. Okay. Effects. Certain effects or what? Side effects of their jabby jabs. So, Dave Winter, not a problem, Dave. Glad you can be here with us. Not a problem. Good to see you. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Ask me anything you'd like to know. Well, don't get rid of the TVs. TVs are still nice to have. Watch some old DVDs or VHS. We kept our old VHS player, so I still have some old videotapes. Yeah, there I said it, videotapes. Watch some old movies. So thing is, we have to work harder. I would say we have to work harder now to find the truth when it comes to a lot of news details, news reports, news magazines. I would say True North has improved the past year with some of their stories. Rebel has improved. Even some of the younger guys, up and comers. Druthers news is excellent. I find Druthers pretty cool. Diverge Media is excellent. Daniel Boardman is good. Just keep looking, people. We're intelligent enough to do it. Like I remember taking media studies in school, and they were saying always try to find a different angle, right? Because every news conglomerate has their own angle, not necessarily what they want to tell you or what they should tell you, but their own little angle. That's how CNN made its mass fortune, because they just took drama when it didn't need it, So your options, what options left together? There's garbage government and CRTBS. Stand for what's right. Stand for what's right. That's what the options are. We're always going to have an option. We're going to be told we don't have a choice, but we do have a choice. And regardless of those choices make you angry, regardless of those choices make you more militant or belligerent or aggressive, we have the choice. It's just up to us to filter out the garbage, right? The CRT, I've got no time for that at all. No time for that at all. Yes, there's part of our history that was deemed unfair, deemed as racist, but that's not all of our history. And all these revisionists who get together and try to promote this professional victimhood, it's just got to stop. Like we were politicians, call them on it, back it up, prove it. Show them comments and show them documentation from the likes of Thomas Sewell, Christopher Hitchens, right? Show them likes of those individuals that have actually done the academic hard work and composed the essays and all the thesis and the dissertations to get out there and tell the world, no, this guy was wrong because here's the proof. Just like we were taught in school, point, proof, explanation, and conclusion. Boom. Mic drop, right? So I think we'll overcome that part, to Seneca. I think we will. So guess my problem is that most people don't want to learn. Well, it's that, plus we're all creatures of convenience. We're all guilty of it. I ran out of these. What do I do? Oh, okay, I'll go get some more. I ran out of these. Oh, okay, I'll go get some more. And it's constantly laid there for us. Now, when it comes to our information, right here, it's right there for us, right? And the powers that be can sit there all day and decide what goes on here and goes on there and blah, 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 blah. And especially when you look at things like Wikipedia. I would ask for a show of hands. That's just ridiculous. But how many here have actually looked at Wikipedia to find some vital information on a leader or a party or a group or this conglomerate or that conglomerate? And then when you're reading the fine print about the origins or the birth of whatever, you constantly see that little blue check mark at the top saying citation needed, right? Because they don't have it themselves, right? Wikipedia is great, but I'd much rather, use what I have here. Your parents were giving you a hard time to study hard, and they always say, look it up, Oh, the encyclopedia. It's not a series of books, encyclopedias. I come across a nice deal there a couple of years back, and lady was getting rid of her encyclopedias, and I took them. Yeah, why not? So Alberta has a lot of positive history towards blacks, even that's Alberta, every province, like every Western democracy has had its dark chapters when it comes to prejudice. And it's not necessarily about racism, that there was prejudice towards classes and cultures, prejudice towards other religions. If you're a Catholic, you were good to go. If you're a Protestant, you weren't good to go, depending on where you lived, right? If you're Jewish, this is what happened. If you're atheist, this is what happened. If you weren't making this much money, this is what happened to you. If you were this height, this is what happened to you. So it's just back and forth, back and forth. I, for one, am just tired of all this professional victimhood. Oh, help me, I'm oppressed. Yet I'm making $90,000 a year. Well, then how oppressed are you if you're making that kind of living? Right? I don't buy that. You know? Yes, Hammerhead, a real book. An encyclopedia, to be, you know, an encyclopedia. Yes. Good to see you, Hammer. How you been? Everyone in every country has bad history, but it's also a good outcome in a lot of things and situations. History is important, so we hope not to repeat it in our future. Well, exactly. You don't want to repeat it, but don't revision it, too. Let it happen. If more facts and figures come to surface, by all means, incorporate that. But there's all this revisionist history about, oh, the terrible plight of this, terrible plight of that. How about the people that actually came across the ocean and if they're allowed to live or not? The sickness, the scurvy, the other diseases that affected them, you know? Lots of interesting stuff. You know, I actually heard that too. There were quite a few of the first ranchers and herdsmen. That some of the first herdsmen were actually, yeah, that's an interesting fact. There should be more promotion in that too. Hammer, hanging in, brother, walking tall. Good to see you, Hammer. Well, that's good. And by the way, kudos to your shows. Hammerhead Garage goes live once in a while about the convoy, so check out his channel, ladies and gentlemen. Bev Kelly, good to see you, Bev. Like you used to in school. Yes, in reference to encyclopedias. Yes. Remember those card indexes? Go to the library. Those big, long card indexes. You pull them out. They're about yay big. Every little card to find something. You know, if you actually got the name of the author, you're on to something good. Right? So. No problem, Hammer. Anytime. Johnny Ware from Texas. That name is familiar. I think there's a picture of him going around online for a Black History Month, I believe. But that's the thing. Don't be shy, folks. I see a lot of people coming on. Don't be shy. Say hello. To any of my friends out there, don't be shy. Ask me what you want to know. The Dewey Decimal System. Yes. But you look at the Dewey Decimal and you had no idea what book you're looking for. It would have helped if you actually had the author's name. We can go alphabetical, right? So the pros and cons of that system. But as far as I know, you just go to the front desk now and ask the person on the computer, where's this? So if they want to keep education alive and well, keep everything documented on the computer so someone can look it up. But encourage people to check it out and check it out for themselves, right? So. Dewey Decimal System, yeah. Hello, Sue. Good to see you. Right. So much going on, it's difficult to stay on top of it. Yes, but I mentioned earlier there, Hammer, it's a matter of us trying to find the truth. And, you know, gone are the days where you can just turn on the regular news and just get all your information. We have to go through with a fine-tooth comb. Right, things, you know. Molly Maid as well, Maida Brazier. Well, that's the thing, too. I think most of us would be stashing our booze. Or probably use it to barter for things, too. Yes, Sue, all is well. Glad you've asked. I'm gainfully employed. You know, I work 10 days straight, then I get 4 days off. So during those 4 days off, I do whatever admin and stuff I have to do and try to get the episodes up and running. So, yeah. By all means, ladies and gentlemen, please ask me anything you'd like to know. Say hello. Especially some of my older friends out there. Don't be shy. Come on, come all. Ask me anything you'd like to know. So, had an uncle who had some good Prohibition stories. A great uncle on my mother's side. He had some great Prohibition stories. He died back in, I think, 1990. He lived to be, I think, 92, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, he was born like in 1898, I think he was. So he had some good Prohibition stories, right? So, yes, British used Albertans and a lot of other Canadians to fight in the Boer War II. Battle of Paardeberg Drift. It's an old RCR holiday. February 26th, I believe. Paardeberg Day. Yeah, where the Canadian contingent fought the Boers. So, well, don't give up, Sue. Don't give up. It'll be there. So, by all means, ladies and gentlemen, please ask me anything you'd like to know. So, it's funny because we were talking about that. Yeah, there, Hammer. Yes, it's good to pay attention to the war and what's happening, because you know as well as I do, this country has quite a few Ukrainian descendants, and it hits home for a lot of people. But in the same sense, while you're concentrating on Ukraine, let's still concentrate on Canada and concentrate on the Canadian people. All of us, all walks of life, all colors and creeds. We all know it. So, yes, that I know. That's part of our regimental history too. So, lots of cavalry, because that was the etiquette in the day, right? So, Al Capone, yes, because I know he was also quite fond of Sleeman's Brewery too, in Guelph, Ontario. So, yes, I know it's Sanico. Yep. I remember those Heritage Minute commercials too. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's fact. I think it's speculation, if anything. Well, the best we can do is try to find someone who's actually on the ground. And like I say, look at independent media in regards to individuals that are on the ground in that country, if they can get the story out or not too, right? So, well, don't be shy, folks. I see more and more people signing on. So come on, say hello, say hi. Don't be shy. Ask me anything you'd like to know. You can also find me on Rumble too. So if you're watching me via Rumble, please don't be shy. Say hello. Let me know you're there. So, here in Walker. Yep. Scotch. I'm much of a Scotch fan. Mind you, I don't drink anywhere near like I used to. So, I didn't have that cocktail the other night, like I said it was going to. Just never bothered. I don't really touch a lot of it now. I can enjoy a good rye, a good pint, a decent wine. I'm going to make some of my own mead again, probably in the next month or so. Right. But besides that, yeah, I don't drink like I used to. No. Mm-hmm. That'd be an interesting story. I'd like to hear more about that sometime. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. What's gonna be the base for my brew? My mead? Well, I just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll grab a couple of bottles of honey, 4 liters of water, and some classic Fleischmann's yeast, 1 packet, maybe throw in some raspberries and a gala apple, and just let things go naturally. Let it sit for about 2 to 3 months. Then I'll filter it 3 or 4 times. Then I'll bottle it. She's ready to drink. I like to put clove in mine, though. It gives a bit of a bite, and it cleans out your sinuses. So that's good. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Hammer, for bringing this up. Yes, yes. Truckers are rapists allegation is over the top. It used to be you needed proof to come out with such a thing. Yeah. Well, it's funny when you say that, because it was Trudeau and Miss McKenna at the time that said the same thing about possible pipeline construction workers, right? And didn't Trudeau back in 2017 say that in Argentina, 2018, that there's that possibility of, the male workers being rapists, and a new progressive mantra, right? So yeah, that's I used to shake my head at that. That comes from a public safety minister saying this crap, right? Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Like I say, folks, you can find me on Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube. Don't be shy. If you do want to give, please give. Use the links in the description, or you can throw a super sticker at me on YouTube. On the little icon in the message bar there on Rumble, you can donate your will too, or just go to my description in my YouTube videos and look at the Buy Me Coffee app and try me out there as well. There's an election coming here in June. What do you mean, Sue? You'll own nothing, you'd be happy. Guess what they are now? Yeah. I think they're sizing everything up. I've talked to him briefly. Yeah, I've talked to him. And in a way, I don't blame his stance. I don't blame his stance at all there, to Seneco. I don't. Oh, really? For June, eh? Is that right, Sue? Okay. So what do you think? Is Ford going to win a landslide? Or is Ontario going to stoop to the NDP mantra and have that woke progressive NDPer who doesn't like poppies? Oh God. False accusations, yeah. Well, it is. It is, really. It's speculation. And yet, what were the biggest crimes that happened? Like mischief. Mischief is what the 3 spearheads were nailed for. And they're still in jail for mischief. So they want to get them for something, right? So. Well, who knows? He might have too much cheesecake. Look after his sticker business, right? No, I don't believe that those truckers are rapists. I believe they're holding them, the organizers, for the sake of political gain, and they want to save face. So. So they try to look like the heroes when they don't need heroes, right? I got more people on. Don't be shy, folks. Say hello. TikTok, eh? Well, TikTok's entertaining, but don't let the so-called know-it-alls, the University of TikTok, tell you how politics work. You know, the thing is, I find TikTok entertaining. That's about it. Well, oh, yes. Prophecy, yes. They're also trying to sue truckers for PTSD from the honking. They said they're hearing phantom honking. Yeah. Yes, Chris Barber, right? Is it Barber? Yeah, I know he's home. Yeah. Yes, I've heard of Queen Romana. I'll leave it at that, Dave. Right the hell out to lunch. Yeah, for sure. From Hammerhead, yes. The biggest event of unity in this country may ever be the so-called leaders. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because I've talked to professionals in my area, and probably only 2 of them have really disagreed with what was going on, but they never said, like all of them that I've talked to, they have never said anything bad about it. It was good they protested. They might have done this or might have done that differently, but they were dead against how the police operated and how the administration and the leadership operated, right? Because when you look at the footage, even especially independent outlets, when you look at the footage, you're seeing nothing but like a unity. It was like watching Team Canada win the gold again, the way a lot of these people were operating. So regardless of what reports about the homeless getting harassed or someone saying this or someone saying that, I think there was a hell of a lot more there than what we were told by the mainstream media. So maybe I might use that as a title to Sanico, The Phantom Honk of Ottawa. Try to make some kind of ghost story or something out of it. I don't know. Yes. And a few conservatives too, for that matter. They're actually folks not paying their bills because well, personally, there's a few things I'm not going to pay anymore, and that's out of personal choice and protest. But yeah, I've heard her rants and raves about how she's the queen of this and she wants to get rid of the monarchy, and yet she's deeming herself as the queen. Are you sure? Are you sure? Yeah. So let her speak. Let her speak her mind. Just whatever. And that's good. That's good. Let him conglomerate there by all means. And that warrant officer that's marching, hats off to him for sure. So, yeah, they could do that. Or those old fashioned sirens, the ones you had to grind. Yeah, that'd be something too. Well, you're right, Sue. Yeah, there were a lot of them that were shoveling the monument, shoveling the Terry Fox, looking after things, cleaning things up, having patrols, making sure no one was going to destroy any property. So it was quite the conglomerate of peace, security, and freedom. But of course, our beloved potato doesn't like that. Ew. Yes. So. Yeah, I would say the majority of our leaders are part of it. Right. Thing is, too, if they were smart, they would get rid of all the red tape and bureaucracy when it comes to opening up our pipelines and getting that in the market again. And they have the means to do it. They just don't want to do it because there's a few people in Quebec. And of course, Justin's family gets connections from Saudi oil. Those are arrangements that were made when Papa Trudeau was up and running. So. I'm going to give this a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and then begin to shut this down. So, by all means, folks, feel free. People who are signing on, I know I got 11 people on now. I had 15 earlier, but hey, okay. So please, don't be shy. Ask me anything you'd like to know. Right? If you feel like donating, please consider donating if you can too. Right? You can also go to my website there, crustycanuck.ca. There's the Buy Me Coffee link and the PayPal link too if you want to donate. By all means, anything you'd like to give. And look at my description in my YouTube videos. You'll find my shop, Customized Girl. I got t-shirts, got swagger, got mugs, got flasks, swimsuits. There's underwear there for individuals if you fancy purchasing this. So is Trudeau going to stop buying Russian oil? He says he will. He says he will, but who knows? You know, it's all slap and tickle from here, my friend. Who knows? You know, this country is sitting on enough oil where Alberta and Saskatchewan alone could turn into another Dubai. So what's that tell you? Welcome, Jane. How do you do? From Vancouver Island. Well on. How are you? Oh, thank you, Dave. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, don't be shy, folks. Ask me anything you'd like to know. I'll give this another few minutes, and then I'll do like a round robin to see where everyone's writing from, and then we'll shut her down. So, okay, take care, Dave. All the best. Thanks for coming out, and much appreciated. Cheers, buddy. So, PayPal. I don't think it was PayPal, Sue. It was GoFundMe and then Give, Send, Go. Give, Send, Go was hacked by an individual, apparently, who was bragging about it on a TikTok of all places. And he gave the information to the CBC, from what I gather. And of course, the CBC ever so graciously gave it to the government. So who knows? Hammerhead Garage. So I think it's the most important to keep this going. Yeah, by all means, keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Keep the effing pressure on. Big time, Hammer. Jane Bray, I'm in Alberta, Canada. Yes, I was born and raised in Ontario. Come out here in 2008 when I was with the military. Met a wonderful lady. Married her and retired from the service as of 2018. And I work full time and I do this part time. So. By all means, please ask me anything you'd like to know, ladies and gentlemen. Please share, like, subscribe, and comment. Share this all around, too. Next couple of weeks, like I say, the next 10 days I am working. But I will try to get an episode, hopefully, either on the 12th, 13th, or 14th. And maybe I'll try to do another live stream on the 15th, too. So keep your calendars open for that. Just check the community page, my YouTube channel, and Facebook for updates on that as it comes. Do what you can, ladies and gentlemen. Please click like, subscribe, share this all around your social media platforms. You can find the Crusty Canuck podcast on Podbean. That's my hosting site. Links in the description. You can also find me on YouTube, Rumble, Brighteon, and I think my podcast goes to Amazon too. So if you're an Amazon fan, you can check out the Crusty Canuck podcast there as well. Audio, if you want to see the video, you can check me out on Rumble, YouTube, and Brighteon. So please keep that in mind. Yes, as far as I know, yeah, I've heard that too. And there's still some barriers in Ottawa as well, right? So that's the thing. Don't be shy, folks. Say hello. I'm getting more people subscribing or cluing in or checking in. I see my little icon up there. It was 11. I was 8 and a 9. Oh, whatever. Don't be shy, folks. Even my old friends are popping up. Say hello. Don't be shy. Let's see what's happening here. So. Lots of people coming out. Seeing a few more come out. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello. So I'll put more banners up here. You can find me too. If you want to send me an email, don't be shy too. CrustyBCanuck67@gmail.com. If you have something nice to say, something bad to say, hate mail, or you want to engage in debate, by all means, let me know. And I'll put it on the show for next episode too. So probably sometime on the 12th, 13th, 14th, or 15th, I'll have another podcast up for you. We'll see how that goes. So, oh, that's great. Thank you very much, Jane. Much appreciated. Right. So, I bet it was, Sue. I bet it was a sight to behold. You know, were you scared though? Were you scared of all that misogyny? How much you run on jail yet? That's a good question. How many illegal corruption events have been heard of? Yes. Yes, we would be. We'd be locked away, key tossed somewhere. We wouldn't see the light of day till at least our 80s, based on half of the stuff that he's pulled off, right? So, but that's the connections. That's it was actually, I was talking to a conservative about 2 years ago about that. And what they call the Laurentian elites. It's all a connection, all a network. Buddy scratch, buddy scratch, buddy scratch. And not forget, parliamentary lobbyists, of course. Right? So. Yes, those bouncy castles. Oh my goodness, how could they? Oh, those bouncy castles. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the point of the episode now where I'm going to ask where everyone's from. So please check in. Just tell me where you're at. You don't have to tell me your exact town, but province or state, that'd be really encouraged. So, from Patricia, question: when the horses went into the crowd and they ran over that lady with the walker, they also ran over a man that got trampled. I don't know who that gentleman was, but the official report was someone threw a bicycle. When we actually watched that video, it was lady knocked down with a walker. So I don't know who that individual was per se, but yeah, it was really uncalled for. Really uncalled for. So. Dag along. Yeah, all these new code words that are coming up. I hear you, Jane. Wow. So, of course, Seneco from Berta, home of Berta beef. Right on. Well, I think probably, in reality, the Governor General, I think, has to step into that too. So, yes, indeed, the horror of those bouncy castles. Oh, my goodness. Jane, you're from Vancouver Island. Good to see you, Jane. Thanks for coming out. Hammerhead, Wolfsville, Nova Scotia. Right on. So I'm reaching Canada wide here. Don't be shy, folks. Tell me where you're all coming from. I know I got more than 5 people watching. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello. Yeah, I think a lot of people are trying to protect each other there too, because it was a peaceful protest, and there wasn't Molotovs being thrown, buildings weren't destroyed, property wasn't damaged, like inconveniences. I read, I think it was a Toronto Star article saying something like 35 million in damages. And I'm like, what damages? What damages exactly? They picked up all their trash. So Oh, Diagolon. That's right. Yeah, the triangle between Texas. Yeah, okay, that's right. Even if it existed, yeah, Trudeau wouldn't have a snowball's chance in hell with that. So Windsor, yes, from Windsor, Ontario, of course. So yeah. Oh, you're more than welcome to. By all means, just give me some notice. You know, I have nothing wrong or nothing against meeting my fans. Nothing against that at all. By all means. No. Don't be shy, folks. Ask me anything you want to know. I'm going to shut this down in the next couple of minutes. No. But it's always good to come out and see people and talk on the live platforms, such as just regular Q&A. No bells and whistles. Just me, yours truly, Crusty Canuck. Like I say, if you get a chance, please, you can subscribe me on Podbean, Rumble, Brighton, and Amazon too, or on YouTube if you like. But if you want to beat the censors, try me on Rumble as well, and Brighton too. I put all my work up there. Once I record a video, record a podcast, I add my comments and everything, description, and then I post it right on my Podbean page, and then it gets distributed to different sites. And I try to keep the description open as possible on YouTube, and then I post it on Brighton and Rumble, and it goes right to Amazon automatically. So that's just the audio. But if you want to catch the videos, catch the video of myself, Brighton, and Rumble, and YouTube, respectively. So don't be shy, by all means. So, but well, I would say he's either going to step down, and of course, Krista Freeland, the pint size, what, would probably try to take over. That simple. So yes, I think he might step down and retire, or conveniently leave his post, whatever. So, Patricia, is he alive? The show is me drag, not moving. Subscribed. Well, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I caught you before. So, I don't know the stories about some of the protesters that were hurt. Right. It wouldn't surprise me. Some businesses harassed, because a lot of businesses were harassed the past couple of years. Faux pas. So, yes, I'm still in Podbean. That's my hosting platform for the podcast. So by all means, pass there too. If you're the type of person that just wants to listen to podcast, by all means, check me out in Podbean. Links are in the description. If you like the video format too, you can find me on YouTube, Rumble, and Brighton. But every time I load my podcast, it goes right to Podbean. That's the base. I pay for it. So please, download there too. I'd like to get a lot more downloads if I can. I do get a lot of subscriptions via YouTube and Rumble. But in order for the things to generate and to get the algorithm going, I need more individuals to actually go to the Podbean site and download that if you can too. So if you're driving, if you're in transit, if you're working, like listen to podcasts while you're doing all it, by all means, check me out in Podbean as well. Dr. Peterson's got a podcast there too. I think Gad Sad has some podcasts as well. So if you like that, check them all out and help us all out if you can too. So. Yes, I saw footage of that, Jane. Yes, quite a few. And it's beautiful. So, yes, me have to come take those guns. Well, they say that, but they've never they haven't promoted what they're going to do with the buyback yet. And that's where it's going to get iffy. So I don't know, Sanico, we'll have to hold on and see, because I enjoy my firearms too. So, all right, we're going to finish this up in the next couple of minutes there, ladies and gentlemen. So please give me your last minute questions there too. And to my new viewers and subscribers, please let me know where you're writing me from. So I've already got from Jane, Sue, Sanico, Colin, and Hammer. So other individuals, please let me know where you're watching me from too, please, if you can. Not that I'm paranoid, just like to reach out and see where my work is going. So if you do want to donate, please feel free to donate, ladies and gentlemen. You can donate at my website there. You can check out my Buy Me a Coffee app and PayPal app, or Super Sticker via YouTube, and Super Sticker via Rumble too. So if you want to donate, I'd like to make this a full-time commitment. So exactly. Ain't taking my guns either. So from Edmonton, oh, just down the road. Hey, right on. Excellent. So Albertans here, BCers, we got some East Coasters, some people from Ontario. So yeah, Canada wide, right on. So give it some time. We'll see. May 1st, you have to turn in your new band of firearms. Turn them in. Well, nope. Nope. That's a big no. Yeah, that too. That's a possibility. No idea, Sue. No idea. I'm sure there might be some individuals hiding. I think it was Sanico that mentioned there were some plants in that convoy or people there. Oh, right on. A First American. Nice to see you, Prophecy. Oh, great. Thank you. Idaho. I hear it's a lovely state. Right on. That's great. Yeah. Yes, lots of boating accidents. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha. Exactly. So yes, Prophecy. Yes, I need to get more Americans on this too. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan and other smaller podcasters as well. So do what you can, Prophecy. Promote the word. I got faith in you. So. No, I like to visit Idaho too. I like to see Idaho. I've spent time in Florida. I've spent time in Mississippi, Texas. Spent time in Virginia. Spent a lot of time in the East Coast of Canada, New Brunswick, part of Nova Scotia. Went to California there and exercised, Fort Irwin, just outside of Bakersfield. That was it. That was an adventure. I enjoyed that. Yeah. So it doesn't bother me, whether Neil Young doesn't want to put his music up there or Joni Mitchell, who could cares? I just look at a lot of these old hippies, all these old innovators, because you got to admit Neil Young was an innovator, quite a songwriter, quite a storyteller, quite the fan base, quite the influence he had. And then to turn around and say, oh, well, you're misinforming people. You can't do this with my music. I'm going to pull this music off and just whatever. Bleh. It's, I'm more partial to Leonard Cohen anyway. So I'm not going to miss anything. So. Well, I'll take a few more questions, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll shut her down for another successful evening of the Crusty Canuck Q&A. So it's good to see that I've got a great fan base so far, and I'm thankful to all of you subscribing and watching the show. Thank you once again, and thank you to those individuals who have donated. Thank you very much. So, and you see, that'd be a beautiful thing too. I would love an open carry policy or a concealed carry policy. It can be done. It can be done, right? So I'd like to see some tweaks in our Constitution too, the right to defend yourself. Now, it is in our criminal code. You are allowed to defend yourself, force with force. But 9.5 times out of 10, you're still hauled into court to prove your innocence, to verify your innocence based on the investigating officers and all the powers that be, just so the judge can slap his or her gavel and say, okay, yeah, you're good to go. That will cost you anywhere from 15 grand to 20 grand to prove your innocence. So regardless if you're dealing with any kind of poop head or anybody trying to hurt you or kill you, you still have to go to the court of law and verify your innocence. And that's where it gets iffy. So from Sue. Yes, I will continue the VCP. If they do call another election, I will get out there and campaign for sure, if I'm still allowed to, but I still will do it. If not, then I will support the VCP or the better party that's going to keep democracy and people's ability to thrive and enjoy the freedom of this country. So. Yes, I still will carry on with that. Well, I thank you, Prophecy. Much appreciated. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I'm a patriot. I do love my nation, right? I love our history. I love what we do. Well, we're not too different than the Americans. Yeah, we have some different homages, but how else, how else do you explain it? We can get along just fine without the bureaucratic red tape, without Joe Biden trying to ruin it, or Potato Puppet trying to ruin it too. So, well, you're welcome, Prophecy. I don't mind. By all means, pay attention to my community page and my Facebook page for updates as well too. Just look for Crusty Canuck, and you'll see my mug and the flags there too. So, Patricia asks, so if you donate at this point in time, can they still freeze and take everything? I would say don't, but I think there's other means you can if you want to. But at this time, hold off on that just to be safe, just the way you don't get punished, right? Because we all heard about that lady in Chilliwack and that baker in Ottawa who was really demonized for what she did. Like, wow, so. Well done. Well done. Oh, that's the only time I say envy. Well done, Prophecy. So, okay. Well, anyway, folks, feel free to ask me another question before I shut this down this evening. So I'm going to go have some dinner with my wife and watch the news, maybe a movie, and then I start working again tomorrow. So 4:30 comes pretty early. So I'll take a few more questions. I think the pint size, it was banned from Russia a long time ago. She's apparently quite the shit disturber, but I don't trust her on anything she says. I don't think she has the cojones to lead. She dictates very well, but she couldn't lead a shit to a toilet. Pardon my expression. So. Yes, you're right. We are, Prophecy. Well said. Well said. I agree. Right. Well, definitely. If I was there, I'd be waving the flag proudly too. Hooah, indeed. So. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, taking a couple more questions, and then we'll shut this down for the evening. So, right, so. Yes, I think he was more or less a pundit, if anything, Jane. I think he was just placed there for the sake of the bureaucracy. No. Yes, when you actually watch Frillian speak, she's very condescending. You know how she tilts her head? Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear. Well, Mr. Speaker. I think she's full of it. Really. When she speaks, no, just very condescending. Her and Jim Wilkinson, when they speak to the press, when they speak to the people, I find them very, very condescending, just disingenuous, So I just, self-explanatory. So, okay, folks, let's say, give me another one of your questions before I shut this down for their successful live broadcast of the Crusty Canuck Q&A for this 1st of March, 2022. So like I said, I'll try to get another episode up probably the 12th, 13th, or 14th of March. I'll probably try to do another live stream for you too. So just pay attention to my community page on YouTube and my Facebook page under Crusty Canuck. So we'll see. Yes, I think it's easier if you're a line trapper. You can do that too. All right. So, but who knows exactly what is going to happen come May. But yeah, I think it's easier if you're a trapper there at Sanico. Oh. Some of them did, but a lot of it was Sûreté de Quebec. That was some of their riot gear that we saw there. The visors and the numbers on their helmets. Yeah, that was Sûreté de Quebec. They had to call in police services from all over the province and parts of Quebec to handle the conflict. Yeah, so. Well, I do work with cattle, so maybe I could pull that card. We'll see. Because there are a few coyotes at some of the feedlots that I work at. So, but those pelts are worth some money. So if I'm going to go out and get coyotes, it's got to be a 22. I don't want to annihilate the poor little guys. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you got your questions in and said, that's great. It's been a great time. I appreciate anyone who has come out. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched and come out to say hello and ask me pertinent questions. Thank you very much again for the subscribers out there. By all means, like I say, pay attention to my community pages on YouTube and Facebook for updates. I will try to get another episode up by the 12th, 13th, 14th of this month sometime, if I can. But I'll keep you all in mind. But please pass the podcast around your social media platforms. Share the word. Get it out there. So, but thank you once again to everyone who's come out. Yes, you too, Sanico. Take care. Thank you, Jane. Thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you, Prophecy, for coming in, by all means. Thank you again, Sue. Everybody else, to Dave, to Hammerhead Garage out there, to Colin, to everyone else that said hello. Much appreciated, Patricia. Thank you once again, Patricia, for coming out. And we'll see you next time, hopefully. Let's say thank you for the people who have donated. Once again, thank you. Thank you kindly. And I will stand steady and ready. Hooah. Anyway, this has been another episode of the Crusty Canuck live show. Do what you can, ladies and gentlemen, to look after your friends and loved ones to the best of your ability. And thank you once again to everyone who subscribed and donated tonight. And if you'd like to hear what you see, please, subscribe and all that too. Check my description in my YouTube videos. And, well, thanks, Colin. We love yous too. I love yous too. Thank you very much. And I will see you hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So take care. All the best. Do what you can to help each other out in these trying times. We will find light in this manufactured darkness. And like I always say, humanity and merit wins the day. Take care, and thank you once again. Lots of love. Bye for now.
Hit it, sweetheart. Because I am hard, you will not like me. Yes, sir. There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally one.
This has been another episode of the Crusty Canuck podcast. Stay sane and thank you for listening. From Western Canada, this is the Crusty Canuck podcast.